Hey guys, so let us talk about Force Enhancement level 50 because I do think that it will arrive in GL DFFOO in about a week. Just for your information, Force Enhancement level 50 was released together with Celsius, and if we are still, technically we are not, but if we consider what happened in JP, there's supposed to be another 4 more event before Celsius is released. But from the previous live stream, they did mention that there will be a big surprise coming soon, and all of a sudden we see that Celsius Sphere, although it is written in boxes, was included in GLDFFOO, so it is likely that Celsius will be debuting in about a week. And having said that, that also should mean that FE50 will come early to GLDFFOO. But nevertheless, if they were to somewhat follow the schedule as in releasing all FE30 units then only release FE50, it will be just about a month away. So let us start talking about FE50 and understanding what FE50 is and if you have to actually invest in FE50. So for us to understand what FE50 brings, let us recap at what we know about Force Enhancement. So first of all, Force Enhancement is very important in the sense that it helps charge the force gauge. If you do not have Force Enhancement, your gauge will charge very slowly. Enemy will definitely activate their force time, and then you need to have force weakness to cancel their force time. So back then when they just released that, FE30, like having Force Enhancement, does help us to outcharge the boss, meaning that we do not necessarily require a unit to cancel the boss force time. And then fast charging happens. In fact, the first unit we get in Force Enhancement, or Shinryu, was Penelo, who is a fast charger. And with FE30, Penelo can fast charge the gauge, making subsequent fast charger a very important unit to deal with Shinryu mechanics. So here, if looking into the chart, the table, Force Enhancement 3 have an upgrade of force gauge charge up by 15%, and if you hit up to 20 Force Enhancement 23, that would be a total of 45%, which is very important. So a lot of content creators recommended that if you are low in Force Enhancement, you are free to play, at least get Force Enhancement up to level 23. Because if go beyond 23, then the only upgrade is basically S1 and S2 having additional HP damage limit up, which is not that critical because it was more important to upgrade or quickly get the HP damage bonus as high as possible. Having lost 10 to 20% HP damage limit does not matter as much because we don't really use S1 and S2 anyway. We mostly use FR attacks, LD or EX during force time. You might also notice there is a word bolt in FE10 and FE30 and FE20, 10, 20 and 30, which is retain HP damage bonus by 3%. So 10, 3%, at 20, another 3%, and at 30, another 3%. So that's a total of 9%. And this is a new mechanics for Force Enhancement 50. So they kind of like rework it. So you have this additional stats. And what does that stats do? It basically retain your HP damage bonus. So if you have it at 999, at the end of it, it will not go back to 0. Okay, you will retain some of the HP damage bonus. So I will talk about it in a moment. on how to calculate or estimate what would be the HP damage bonus retained to be. Now that we have understood FE0 to FE30, then let us look into what is new, FE31 to FE50. So at FE33, we gain an additional 15% force gauge charge up, and at FE43 another 15%, which means a character can have up to 75% force gauge charge up. And if you have a full team of FE50, sometimes you can even outcharge the boss without having to use a fast charging attack. Okay, so that would be the importance of FE50. And in addition to that, at FE35 and 45, we gain a universal brave damage limit up 20% as long as the force gauge is above 50%. And if you activate the force time, that is force gauge 100%, so it will definitely be applied. Okay, the total of 40% brave damage limit up. At 38 and 48, we get additional 1% HP damage bonus at the end of turn. Before that, if you are synergy, you will get 5%. If you are not synergy, you get 3%. So now it increases by 2%, making synergy 7 and non-synergy 5%. It's not a big difference, honestly. And at 40 and 50, we will get HP damage limit up 10% at 40 and another 10% at 50, including HP damage bonus retained 3% each. So this is the universal 20% HP damage limit up. Do you really need it? Again, do you really need it? Well, technically no. A lot of content is pretty easy now, and you will have more than enough damage, especially with HP damage bonus retained. If you can't defeat the enemy within one force time, you can always still do half the damage at 999% after the force time ends. So here I compile the total stats that you will get depending on towards what level that you upgraded your character to. So if you upgrade them just to Force Enhancement 23, you get 45% Force Gauge Charge. HP damage bonus at the end is just 2%. HP damage bonus retained up to 6%. Then brave damage and HP damage limit. This depends on skill. And if I'm not mistaken, S1 and S2 have the additional one from FE23 to FE30. So if you do not have FE30, then some skill will not have this additional brave or HP damage limit up, but your EX and LD should have them. Then HP damage bonus when using skill, so that is none. And investment, you will need 11,200 enhancement point in order to upgrade your unit to FE23. Force Stone, okay, I'm a bit confused if this is 3 or actually it's 2. I will check it up, and I will pin it in description and also comment in the video. So check out for the upgraded. At the moment I'm a bit confused why I've written 3 or it is indeed 3. I can't tell. So anyway, if you increase it all the way to Force Enhancement 30, what additional things that you get is increase in HP damage bonus retained from 6 to 9%. Then you get additional brave and HP damage limit on S1 and S2. Then you get bonus for HP damage bonus when you are using S1 and S2. So this is actually not very important, which is why most budget units just stop at FE23. There's no reason that you should invest more just to get that additional brave and HP damage limit, as well as the additional HP damage bonus when using a skill. The most important thing that time or now is the force gauge charge up. Alright, but however, once you hit FE50, then you would want to really pay attention on HP damage bonus retained. So what you get with FE50 is even better force gauge charge up to 75%, HP damage bonus at end of turn 5%, HP damage bonus retained 15%, and a universal 40% for brave damage limit, 20% for HP damage limit on top of whatever that they have gained from the skill. So if like S1 and S2 has additional 20%, so which means total of additional 40% when you are using S1 or S2. 30% if you are using EX, and 35% if you are using LD. So actually that is really good, and I know a lot of people will upgrade their character to FE50 to gain access to that additional HP damage limit up. Investment point, however, increased pretty tremendously from 15,000 to 25,000, and Force Stone more than doubles from 3 to 7. But if you notice now, a lot of events has been giving a lot of Force Stone. I was at 0 about 1.5 months back. Now I have like 18 and 100 over shards. So the game will be throwing a lot of Force Stone at you. So that wouldn't be your bottleneck. The bottleneck is still the enhancement point. So do really plan your enhancement point and do not just simply maximize each character to Force Enhancement 50. So do check it out. Do you really need them, and how much investment do you need to put onto them? So now let us talk about HP damage bonus retained. So what exactly it is? If you look into the image below, the force time has ended. I was at 999%, and now it retains 262%. So this is actually a bad example because I'm using all characters that have FE23. So I leave with 200. I managed to retain the HP damage bonus of 262%. So at least instead of dealing, let's say 100,000 damage, now I can deal like 260,000 damage. So it does help. So imagine if you have 999 and then you retain, let's say, half of that. So instead of doing 2 million damage, you are still doing 1 million damage after the force time, compared to at the start of the fight without any form of HP damage bonus, you will be doing maybe just 200,000. So the multiplier still applies, which also make a lot of turn hoggers like Tidus, like Zidane, to actually be pretty good. But a lot of fight that we will be getting can still be completed within one FR phase. So at the end, a lot of people still rather bring unit that can just clear the fight within one FR rather than wasting turn and time bringing in a turn hogger. But just to note that the options are there, you can use them. You can start using back all these units and actually don't feel as bad as using them before. So anyway, if you have 3 units at FE50, you will be able to retain up to 505%, which is really good. At FE30 is 343%, and at FE23 is 262%. What if you have a mix of unit, like one is 50, another is 30, another is 23? Basically, you just add up the percentage. So 15% plus 9 plus 6, that's total of 30%, which means you will retain approximately 350% HP damage bonus. So yeah, just so you know how this works. Okay, so what would be my recommendation? So first, for budget players. So what do I mean by budget players? Basically players who have been playing the game for very long, but they are free to play. So they have a lot of units, they have their roster is actually pretty good, but they probably don't have sufficient enhancement point to invest or maximize the characters that they have. So in this case, should you go for FE50? I would suggest no. As far as I'm concerned, in JP, I am free to play. I am very stingy with my enhancement point. I do invest into some fast charger like Rosa, Kate Sith, a lot of blue unit because I use blue unit a lot in JP. So those I gave them FE 50, but most of the other units I keep them at 23 or 30. Okay, so I have been clearing all of the content without much problem, which means you can probably do the same. And I still defeat the fight within 1 FR. So the only one that I had to rely on HP damage bonus retain, and not all the time but sometimes, is when I'm doing crystal level 3, crystal mission level 3. Due to boss having way higher damage, way higher HP, but that only occurred maybe just once or twice, and I wasn't really optimizing my run. I was just randomly completing the crystal mission. And when I usually do optimize it, I still can win within 1 FR, which means you don't have to go for FE 50 if you don't want to. If you are really that budget, FE 23 is good enough. How about new players? For new players, I would definitely recommend them, because new player probably you lack of weapons, you lack gears, you lack units, you lack everything, which means that if you want to complete the Shinryu fight, the likelihood that you need to activate 2 FR is very, very high. So I would say that it would be good to invest into some unit with FE 50, so you are able to retain the HP damage bonus and still deal meaningful damage to the enemy after force time, which makes your game much more enjoyable and easier. So do note on which unit to invest into, and fully upgrade them to Force Enhancement 50. And for veterans, okay, for veterans it's a no-brainer. I know all of you is gonna max your unit to FE 50 anyway. At least that is what I will do, which is why I created that beginner run section in my infographic, because I will be unequipping them just to do one specific run to help new players. But other than that, I will probably be equipped with full FE 50 for every character that I can upgrade, and doing my runs with them. One more question that you might ask is, during the activation of the second FR, does the HP damage bonus get reset back to 120? The answer is no. It's that with the HP damage bonus that you retain. Okay? Yeah. So basically that's about it about Force Enhancement 50. I do look forward to it because I do want that 20% HP damage limit up, so I can do more math and combo with Anacro. So yeah, if you have any question, you can always ask in comment. I will be able to address it if I can. If I can't, then you'll probably see another video addressing that, which means probably a lot of people do not have information about that. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, have a good day.